James Scurry, Managing Director of Aureka here, and I'm really pleased to announce the initial findings from our study work at the Comstock Early Production Project. Remember, we're positioning Comstock as a low capital early production opportunity given its nature as a brownfield asset in a previously mined open pit and the availability of gold processing mills nearby. So the findings from our study work thus far are: target the Walker's Pit, there's potential shallow mineralisation, the existing road and ramp access has been confirmed, and we've submitted an application for a small production licence, a big step forward for Aureka. So the Walker's Pit, as you can see in the screen behind me, is located in the southeast section of Comstock, and it's been identified as the optimal location for a small first up startup because it's the least mined area of the whole Comstock asset. So we're now conducting the infill drilling at tighter spacing to prove up the historic drilling results and in an effort to get to a greater than inferred JORC resource level of confidence, which would then support the publishing of production targets and economic scenarios about the potential here. But you can get a sense from the historic drilling, including 40 metres at 7 grams, 2 metres at 27 grams, 3 metres at 17 grams, 2 metres at 11 grams, all from shallow areas from the surface down to around 70 metres, that we're highly encouraged from what we're seeing so far. And this brings us to the capital items. The initial review shows that the ramp access and the road access to Comstock is sufficient to support a small-scale mining opportunity. You can even see that in our photos that we've published recently, where you can see the diamond drill rig and the supporting vehicles all situated there on the ramp access right at the Walker's Pit. So this means, importantly for us, that extensive earthworks and pre-development will not be a feature of this project. Capital required would be related to supporting infrastructure and other ancillary items. So this is terrific, and couple that with the fact that we're positioning Comstock for off-site processing. So what that means is that our footprint here can be relatively small. And because of that, we've identified that the small-scale mining license, called a prospecting license, is a suitable license for this initial opportunity. Now, a prospecting license would limit you to around 5 hectares in total area and up to 7 years of operations. We're quite lucky that Comstock itself, the whole thing, is around 5 hectares. And so we've been able to design a concept of a small mining operation located entirely within the old pit. So this is a huge step forward for Aureka. 2 weeks ago, we announced a significant increase in our JORC resources up to 455,000 ounces, which is terrific, and it's thinking large and very large scale. This week, we're announcing that we're thinking very practically in terms of the work that we're doing on our first up production opportunity there at Comstock, really focused on the Walker's Pit, and importantly now, we've submitted our first production license application to get something up and into production that's small scale, that's low capital, and it's shaping up to be a potential opportunity for us to generate profitable free cash flow as a really good basis to grow the rest of the business. We look forward to bringing you more updates very soon, but please reach out in the meantime if you have any questions.